Have you ever felt like you were fading, like no one truly sees you, like your efforts, your presence, your quiet aches are all invisible to the world? It's a silent kind of pain, not loud, not violent, but it wears you down, like water carving stone. And in those moments, the question becomes louder than anything else. Do I even matter? But what if the answer didn't lie in being seen, but in seeing yourself? She came to the monastery with quiet footsteps and tired eyes, not seeking God, not seeking wisdom, just seeking rest from the noise of being unnoticed. She had spent years giving to others, always available, always helpful, but in the process, something within her had vanished. The nuns welcomed her kindly, but gave her no grand task, no spiritual assignment. Instead, the eldest among them pointed to a corner of the garden. There, growing between stone and shadow, was a single plant. Its leaves were dull, its stem crooked, its flowers non-existent. Care for this? The nun said gently. No one else will. The woman stared at it, unimpressed. Why this one? Because, the nun replied, it looks like it's nothing special, just like you believe you are. And so, with half-hearted hands, she began to tend the plant. At first, she treated it like a chore, watered it mechanically, trimmed its edges without thought, spoke to it in silence, if at all. But days passed, then weeks, and something began to shift. Not in the plant, but in her. She started noticing its subtle changes, the way the morning dew clung to its leaves, how its roots held stubbornly to the earth. She started to admire its persistence. And in some quiet moment, she realized she was no longer caring for it out of duty. She was caring for it with love. Then one morning, she stepped into the garden and froze. A single bloom had opened. It was unlike any she had seen, delicate yet fierce, radiant yet unassuming. A rare flower from a plant no one had expected anything from. She called for the elder nun, who came and smiled as if she'd known all along. What made it bloom? The woman whispered. The nun touched her shoulder gently. You did. And then, with a pause, she added, sometimes we wait for others to see our worth, but true beauty only reveals itself when we tend to ourselves with care. In a world obsessed with recognition, it's easy to confuse visibility with value. But a flower doesn't bloom because someone is watching. It blooms because it is nourished, patiently, consistently, lovingly. So if you feel invisible, forgotten, small, perhaps it's not because the world has overlooked you. Perhaps it's because you have stopped watering your own soul. You don't need to prove your worth. You need to care for it. Not all growth is loud. Not all transformation is meant to be seen. But when you begin to nurture yourself, gently, faithfully, something within you will unfold. And one day, quietly, beautifully, you will bloom. So ask yourself, what part of you has been left in the corner, waiting to be loved back to life?